All right, next let's kick it on down to Fayetteville, where Arkansas linebacker coach Michael Scherer met with the media here recently. Some of his linebackers did as well. And, this is a guy that last year was an analyst, followed Barry Odom from Missouri to Arkansas, played at Missouri, one of the better players when he was a veteran on that Missouri Tigers defense, and someone that, you really need to keep your eye on because we remember Barry Odom, how well he did last season, and then all the buzz about, all these job offers he had. He decided to stay with his friend Sam Pittman for at least another year. Michael Scherer, I'm not saying Barry Odom's got one foot out the door, certainly, or anything like that, but if he has another big season, the job offers are going to keep coming, and before long, he's going to get offered another head coaching job. He's going to keep getting offered defense coordinator job. So this is a guy to keep your eye on, someone that knows Barry Odom's system through and through, and maybe he's a defensive coordinator before you know it. Someone that can really express Odom's defense and vision and all that to the players. And he's got, after years and years of us wondering, does Arkansas even got the linebackers to compete in the SEC? Now they got a bevy of them, and they're all experienced. They're all back. And even last year, they were playing hurt. So let's kick it over to Michael Scherer. I really like these comments he had about Grant Morgan and just the leadership the Razorbacks get from him. And on Hayden Henry, Michael Scherer kind of digs into that.
Grant Morgan, he's kind of a different guy in terms of, we've seen some leaders come through here before, but he just seems like he's got the whole package, even the background coming from a walk-on, just like, just got a great story and everything. Is he unique in terms of, what you see in terms of a guy that's, a leader for a team?
Grant makes my job very easy. Especially, like this summer, I know if I say, hey, Grant, get the guys together, do this, and this, it's going to get done. It's going to get done right. And that's the same for all the seniors I have in my room. They're just great kids and really good leaders, and everyone in the room looks up to them, and they do the right thing and they play well. So, Grant is not only the leader of our room, he's the leader of our team, and that's just who he is. Is what you see is what you get with him. So, he just – I can't say enough good things about him, to be honest with you. He makes my life very easy.
Which I think Sam last year described Hayden Henry as a kind of a throwback, old school kind of player. What do you like about him, and what jumps out to you about his playing style?
Exactly what you said. He's really smart. He's an old school throwback kid. He's tough. He loves to hit people. If you watch him out at practice, he's not far off of Bobby Boucher. He's just a little he's just a little smarter. He's just a really hardworking kid. He's a good kid, and I love having him in our room. He's going to be a really good player for us this year.
Michael Bupper was in here the other day and said, he broke some ribs that second game, I guess was against Mississippi State. And then he played, all year, and he had over 100 tackles.
Yep.
What do you think that says about him?
He's a really tough kid. It's just there were times last year where I had to kind of pull him back a little bit because we felt like, like you say, he had busted ribs. He missed the game. He missed the game because we had to hold him back because he was banged up so much, And he's just a kid that's willing to do anything he possibly can for this team. And so, the last thing he's ever going to do is take himself out of something. And it's like, he's one of those kids, as long as he can walk, he's going to go out there and play. So it's just, he's tough. He loves to play. He loves his teammates. It's just, a great kid, great player. He's going to be really good this year.
Coach Bumper, with his broken ribs, how much does that affect a linebacker? Does it make tackling more difficult? How does that – and then how much is it going to help that he seems to be fully healthy this year? Yeah,
it's difficult. Imagine every time you cough, you feel like somebody's stabbing you in the back. Yeah, pretty rough, So then imagine, you hit somebody and you get that same feeling like somebody's stabbing you and your body just about goes numb. I think you can look, there's a few times if you watch the Auburn game, there was a few times he met the running back in the hole with play. He makes 100 out of 100 and he's got him wrapped up and just his body just went numb. It happens. And so him being healthy is going to help him out a whole lot. And it's just that mixed with the competition we got going on right now. Those guys are going to have a really good year.
Hey, anytime one of these coaches is going to use a Bobby Boucher WATERBOY reference, it's going to be featured on this show. So I just thought the Razorback fans would love that. And then, hey, to add a little bit to it, Hayden Henry himself, he spoke to the media after Scherer. And my goodness, he was asked about these Bobby Boucher comments. It sounds like he's got the father of the year there.
Coach Scherer was just describing your play as Bobby Boucher, but a lot smarter. Could you, I guess, describe your playing style, maybe where you picked up that from? And because Coach Pittman was saying last year you're kind of an old school throwback guy.
I can thank my dad for that. I'll just say I'll tell it as a story. But when I was little, we lived in Atlanta, and my dad, as crazy as this sounds, my dad would say, "Hey, if you make a kid cry today in practice, or you knock a kid out of practice or the game, I'll take you to Dairy Queen." And so I was like, all right, let's go. And so I would just try and go out there and just knock somebody out. And then after practice, I'd go up to him and, "Dad, we're going to Dairy Queen. We're going to Dairy Queen. I knocked somebody out today." So I think that's just kind of translated into, my college play. But I also think the game's meant to be played a certain way, and I appreciate individuals that play it that way. And I think it's a hard, fast, physical game, and I think there's only one way to do it.
Hayden, what was your go-to thing at Dairy Queen when your dad would take you there after you made somebody cry?
Oreo Blizzard. Always. Oreo Blizzard.
Are you still a Dairy Queen guy?
Can't you tell?
Yeah. Hey,
Talking about it.
hey, love Dairy Queen, but I'll give you a little hole in the wall, a little spot that not a lot of people know about. Brahms. No one goes to Brahms. I love Brahms. It's the best.
Is that you have an NIL deal with them?
I don't. I should reach out to him, honestly. That's a great
You should
idea.
now.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. So how great was that? I mean, my goodness, he gets Dairy Queen, but only if he knocks somebody out. And I think it just goes to, obviously, the toughness, but, the love these players have for the Razorbacks. And, hey, they all say it during the offseason, but it's a little bit different when you got to keep in mind, what was he signing up for? He wasn't signing up to go play for Sam Pittman on the up and up. He was a guy that signed up, I believe, when under Chad Morris, when the team was terrible. So, making these commitments to the Razorbacks, even when they're bad, you sure as hell know he's going to be full Razorback through and through when they're winning as well. So, guys like this, you're going to have to carry off the field if they have to come off. They are not coming off willingly. So, again, I think this is another positive sign here for the Razorbacks, being led by guys like this. How could you not want to play for a guy like this that is laying it all on the line? And, hell, even the coaches say they have to hold him back at times because, he'll just gut through just about anything, even if, at times it's physically not helping on the field. So I really like these comments here from the Razorback group.